Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. It is 8:01. I apologize for being a minute late. Today, a lot of things happened. Today, I've been on the road since early. I'm waiting to see what kind of numbers we get in Monday, January 8th. Because we don't know what kind of feed we're going to have, so you're going to have to advise me on the feed. And I'll tell you what. Today, we fired Flo. We fired Flo. Flo, you're fired. And we fired Flo. I went to Flo and fired Flo. Flo, you're fired. We've tried with you and you failed enough times and you're fired. But we're using the B Mobile data feed to do the live. I don't know what kind of numbers that could hold. I'll see it as the live bills. But we have a replacement that installing. They were supposed to install today. They couldn't make it, but they're going to be installing Wednesday for the latest. So I don't know if this feed could take music. I don't know all of that, but we're going to try it. And in the meantime, share it up. Share it. Call out people. It's supposed to be broadband. I'm not going to let the music go on too long tonight. I don't want to put the feed under stress. So I need you to understand that. I'm going to limit the music because we don't know what we're working with, but we're going to make the best of it. Tonight's video is called Keep Rowley, Fire Yourself. And it's coming more audio. What are you going to do? Scream into the phone? Turn up the system you're listening to. I can't take calls. It's my phone I'm using. Just call out to everybody. Let them know we're here. I'm going to limit everything that I possibly could around me so that we will maximize the feed to the best of our ability. Let's work it, share it. Even if you don't get it live, it will be there as a rerun right after between 8 and 9. You could take it in and have your comments then because we continuously monitor the comments. I am going to try and limit how much work I do on the computer because that's taken from the feed. I want you all to let me know if the feed is good, if it's manageable, because I'm going to disconnect tapping it. No, I just need to get a screen up and then I can disconnect the tap. First of all, I want to talk about, before I go into anything else, I want to deal with my friends in the UNC. My friends in the UNC, under no circumstances, the UNC watching me and cussing, they're vexed. Because the UNC want to be the default party. The UNC create 5,000 fake profile. The UNC create 500 fake page on Facebook, kick out the PNM, buzz alert, all kind of bacchanal. And Lekoto Jambi, this is their whole plan. The UNC whole plan is to play hide and seek with the public. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't talking nothing. Where the opposition? They know where. Because they want to be by default. But every single poll that is taking place in the country is telling the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the Progressive Empowerment Party going and mash up the election. And all the stunt, they stunting. All the talk, they're talking. Every stone they pelt at this tree tells me that they know that cut-ass book, UNC, that cut-ass book, you irrelevant. The people don't want nothing from your side. They don't want Vasant. They don't want Munilal. They don't want Suruj. They don't want Tim. They don't want Darumai. They don't want nothing that you have in the Senate. The entire UNC is an embarrassment to an opposition. Last night's stunt by the PNM, where the Prime Minister did an address to the nation that nobody took on, nobody went to, nobody saw, and I'm going to deal with that. But I just want to put the UNC in their place. The UNC, realizing that they have an opportunity, sent Darumai to do a live video today, and the country ignored her too. Kamala, it's over. It's not personal, but you failed. Every time water washing people's house in Central, you fail. Because you could have fixed it. But you fix your friends. You went and do groundwater. Nobody even know what the hell you and SIS spend $1 billion in the meter on. Nobody to this day. That is your equivalent of Rowley stunt in Manzanilla. Building the highway in Manzanilla nobody need. Nobody know what the hell that $1 billion spent on. But to the UNC, I want to show all your sycophants and talking heads this. See this dollar? They call this a single. I like that dollar. See, all of you want to be interfering with my personal life and who I might be sleeping with or liming with or fetting with or whatever. I am a single man. I am not like Rama the grabber. I am not like Devon. Can I feel your pulse through the shirt? I'm not like Darumai and the boy across the street. All you want to hold me to a standard, all you hold all your own party too. Tim Gopi Singh, legendary. In fact, Viagra holding up the whole UNC. All you want to come and give me talk. Listen, and let me tell you, and I'm telling all you plain as day. Don't get involved in me and my personal life because I want to tell you something. I'm entitled to live my life. And at this point in the game, I'm leaving it just so for all you. I'm leaving it just so for all you. Dig up. Because let me tell you, if all you want to go down that road, we can go down that road too. We can go down that road too. And all you want to play that game. You don't want to play that game. So hear what? Let me stick to policies now. Programs, plans, ideas. Stop trying to make this personal. Because all you're going to fall in the same hole all you're trying to dig for me. Trust me when I tell you that. Trust me. I'm leaving it right there. And you see the married woman that giving all of that information. Tell her for me. Anyway. Let me get back to Keith Rowley now. UNC, all you're wasting time. All you know what you need to do? You need to go and see a priest or a pundit and confess your sins. Confess. The United National Congress under Pandey robbed this country. The United National Congress under Kamala robbed this country. Don't feel because all you're Indian. We gain all your blind because of African government in power. Red crap or yellow crap or same handful of salt. And I don't want to be talking about the UNC because all you're irrelevant. We don't take all your own. We don't take all your handful of Munsami. What's the girl who's right for the Sunshine newspaper? Marcia Brave Boy, Alan Karim. Listen, it's over. It's over. The fat lady has sung. It's done. It's done. The UNC is over. Plain talk. Move on. Keith Rowley, this is for you, sir. And to my friend, Richard, who asked me to stop calling the Prime Minister a jackass out of respect for the office, I would like to apologize to the office that we've elected a jackass to the office. I have the greatest respect for the office of Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, but I don't have an ounce of respect for this jackass masquerading as a Prime Minister. Sorry, you could put lipstick and a dress on a pig. All you end up with is a well-dressed pig. Keith Rowley, this was never about you being too black to be Prime Minister. You put that out in the public space to trade on people's emotions. They can't say that about the man. Give him a chance. He black, he must. You see that bullshit? It was never about you being too black. It was always about you being too stupid. You were always too stupid to be Prime Minister. But the UNC gave a lie because they considered an election campaign to be Rodney Charles and Vasant Bharat dressing up like two ass and going down in town and spinning wheel and riding on train. Too fool, too clown. Vasant come back to try and pretend and distance himself from the campaign he was running. That is the kind of madness that has taken place in that roach motel they call the United National Congress. It's over. It's fetid, it's diseased, it's cancerous, it's rank. When you walk into the United National Congress, all you see are the people. You know what a party done, literally and figuratively? When a fete done, and it's late in the night, and you're going there, and the music off, and the place just dirty, the leftovers from the party, and they have a couple of drunk stragglers. That's the UNC. That's all the UNC bring to the table. We are what's left. And they were hoping that this obscenity of a government would have self-destructed to the point where they would have looked like, and I'm asking, and I want all of the PEP followers to listen to me carefully. I will be extremely disappointed if any of you take on any troll. I do not want you to answer any troll. I do not want any of you to answer any personal attack against me. I want you to leave them. We will deal with it after. Do not answer them. Do not try to silence them. Let them come, troll, and go. Leave them. Once you don't answer them and you ignore them, they had to go. Because they need your energy. So I'm asking PEP members, please, do not feed the trolls. Do not interact with them. Do not answer them. They will say the most obscene things. At the end of the video, we will delete their stupidness. Do not deal with them in any capacity. We will deal with it after. Ignore the trolls. Come back on point. Keep Christopher Mugabe Sabgaroli. Your handlers hire Obama handlers to come and try to make you Obama-esque. They drape a scarf from your neck for the elections. I mean, seriously. I know every step of the play. I watch it and I say, you know what? Not my circus, not my monkeys. What you was doing and what Rudal was doing and what the PNM and the UNC was doing wasn't my business. But I want to tell you something. When you take and copy and paste a next man government, all you look like is a jackass without ideas. Now, I didn't watch, I confess, I didn't watch your video last night. I have made a decision, Keith Rowley. I have made a decision. There is nothing you have to say that I need to hear unless it sounds like I have advised His Excellency to dissolve the Parliament and call an election at the earliest possible opportunity. That's all I need to hear from you. There's nothing else you have to say. I don't care. I am unconcerned. You have a couple stunts and plays left. I get that. You're going to beat up a little bit. You're going to wail around a little bit. You're going to make a comments and a mess of yourself. I know. You're going to stunt your jackass self for the next 3 years and distract us while your bandit clan thief out what they could thief out. We get it. But I want to promise you something, brother. Make sure and cover your ass. Tell all of them. Make sure that we can't follow that trail because we will follow the trail. And every single person that misused public office in this country, from the day we raised the red, white, and black for the first time, we come in for our money. We want the people's money back. This country's supposed to have more money than Dubai. But we will stick up in that. Keith, this is just about you. You're an incompetent, insufferable pig. You're a dwen. You're a fool. You're a complete moron. No parts missing. You lead the worst government this country has ever had. And this country has never had a good government. But you lead the worst it's ever had. So you are the worst of the worst. You are the absolute worst. You have become the punchline to a joke. You, Keith Christopher Rowley, even your family, Tigress Rowley, she sing a song, fire them. She and all know it's time for you to go. The real PNM coming for your ass. They want to kick you out of Balize House. Or you remember how you benefit when they pelt Manning with rotten mango? Brace for yourself, you know. PNM do it nice. But again, not my circus. Not my business. Faris could die here till he get brain dead. Not my business. Stuarty boy. Boy, what your name ain't calling in? What your name not calling in, Stuart Young? I mean, you went into this PNM shit as a fairly decent and respectable man. I don't know what your father thought he was trading you for. He traded you for something. But you went into this, a man, had a family, you were a family man, mediocre lawyer, you had a life, you was driving a nice car, and liking yourself, living a life. Now, you're an ass. There's nothing people are not saying about you, and they're saying it with vigor and venom. They don't like you, Stuart. Nobody in this country likes you. You can't even find people to defend you. I don't know what is keeping you from taking an overdose. I swear. I don't know why you're still here. How come you went back and leave? Stuart Young, you've become the joke of the PNM. They did that to you, you know. Them financiers sit down and say, we need to find something, not black, not Indian, to push the front and talk all the shit. Somebody say, this boy Stuart Young, what are you doing? Bring him in. That would it do you. And like a fool, like an ass, like an eager monkey, you take the chain up. You take the chain up. So anytime Keith says, Stuart, rush that man. You're gone like a barking button. Going barking down the place, Stuarty boy. And you think that what you're doing is governance. And yet, nothing in this country works. Nothing works but the record. And we deal with that another time. What we have to look at is last night, the leader of the country, the Prime Minister, called the nation to attention. The nation said no. No, thank you. With all due respect, friend, we've had enough. Trinidad has fired Keith Rowley, you know. It's just Keith ain't getting the memo yet. Keith Rowley, you're fired, you know. You fired a while now. You see how calm hiding? Take a cue. Don't be calling a press conference and using Obama people to thief our Obama press conference. You copy and paste our Obama press conference. I am inviting all of Trinidad and Tobago, including the media. The media, I mean the media, pretend to be media for a change now. Run down. Yes, players want to go and look for these kind of things. Go and look for this. YouTube, when Obama announced that they got Osama bin Laden, go and look at the layout of the hall, where they put the podium, the flags behind him, the distance to the tread, the good evening, and the slow queuing. Go and watch the copy and paste a press conference. I can't believe you're so devoid of one good idea that you had to copy and paste a next man press conference. But the only difference was, actually there are plenty differences. The important differences are, Obama had something to say. Obama had something to tell people. You, Keith Rowley, came to distract the nation with bullshit. You came to give us more misdirection and all noise. And the people want none of it. Trinidad does not want you as their prime minister. And if there was a mechanism to fire your ass, we'd have pushed that button today. Last week, last month. You come to tell the people, I watch a minute and a half. I confess. And I said, you know, it's like bitter medicine, bite down, Phillip, bite down and take it, bite it, bite. So I press play. And I hear you talking about your government has seized the most guns, 1,625 guns in the history of the Caribbean, without realizing that you're talking to people who remember that you said, Keith, Christopher, Mugabe, Samuel Rowley, that there are 30,000 illegal guns in this country. So to pick up 1,625 guns is no celebration. There is no pat yourself on your back. You ain't touch, you ain't damage it, you ain't nothing. But I guess when you have nothing, You have to pretend nothing is something. And to tell us that is the most guns ever picked up in the Caribbean. But you didn't stop to tell us that it was all circus, all made for television theater, media madness. How all of these guns find themselves in abandoned houses. So they have nobody to charge. And if they have nobody to charge, the gun can't get logged. Can't get logged. Nobody know what the gun is. They have no case. It's stunting. It's bullshit. They're fooling people. We find high-power weapons in an empty house, an abandoned house, a piece of land. Are you trying to tell us that our bandits are careless? That it is rest down gun for all to find? And how the police only good at finding gun in an abandoned house? And none of them house have owners. None of them house have neighbors. They have nobody to stop and say, hey, we found some guns here. The people will tell you, boy, if you see what has been going on that piece of land. But that is not what this is about. It's all about distract the people. It's like your partner, Romney Thomas, my good friend. Romney is my good friend. But I read the Wassa release today and I see it for what it is. A stunt. Distract the people. Call your partners in Wassa because you put your boys in Wassa. PNM boys in Wassa. And you call them and you tell them, turn off the water for 5 days. Distract the people. Distract the people so they don't realize how incompetent and mad their government is. Madness. You come to stunt and give the people a president. Brother, there is nothing you could give us that we want except your resignation. You want to make Trinidad happy, keep rolling. You want to be the man that puts a smile on this place. You want to give us hope. You said you want to give us hope. You want to give us hope? Resign. You said a better day is coming, Keith Rowley. You said a better day is coming. Please tell us that that day starts with you firing yourself. Because they have no hope for this country under a PNM government. Never mind the stunt artists on the other side of the parliament. Ignore them. We dealt with them. But there's no hope for this country under a PNM government. You epitomize despair and depression. Today, children got shot and burnt in a car. You don't have a plan. You don't have a clue. We are watching the PNM stalk the progressive empowerment policies, our party's policies, and steal them. Somebody said to me today, the PNM might be in government, but the PEP is running the country. None of the policies that you all have announced in the past 12 months can be found in any minister contribution prior to the PEP. It cannot be found in your manifesto. It can be found in Vision 2020 or Vision 2030. All of them come straight out of the Progressive Empowerment Party, and you're all both shameful and shameless, cutting and copying and pasting. Like that is what all they're there for, to fool the people. So when Rohan Sidanan, hear me say, that the Progressive Empowerment Party government will put automatic teller machines in the licensing office so that you do not have to close the licensing office. So that whether the cashier there or the cashier not there, you could still get your check. He went in the parliament and announced that. Rohan, tell the people where you get that idea from. It's like when Randall Mitchell went to try and stunt and thief we housing idea, but get himself in trouble because he didn't think it through. And he didn't know how to deliver it. So 100,000 people sign up one time and you can't deliver one house, troops, man. You can't deliver one house. Your job is to go and molest all them little media girls. Your job is not to interfere with no housing. You ain't know what you're doing, friend. This is not for you. Go back in the Haliconia Foundation and cuss and argue with people on Facebook. You're not a minister. You're a reward. You're a placeholder. All you're so jokey, all you're so funny, it's tragic, and it's sad. It's sad because you're all making a mockery of leadership. And people are getting jaded. The public is getting harder and harder to convince them that somebody would really have their best interest. The PNM and the UNC have played tag team with this country for so long that the people just don't care. I mean, this morning we discussed it on TV. The nation get like a zombie apocalypse. You can't post a picture about nothing anymore and say, look this happening, look that happening. I mean, you had to really stunt. You had to really stunt. I can't think of what you could do to get people to pay attention right now. They're so browbeaten. And you want to come and steal our word hope and pretend that you could say a word and not give the people one single reason, one single idea, one single concept, one single plan, something to hope for. You couldn't say that we got 1,600 guns, but it's our plan to get the next 30,000. You had nothing. In your bag of tricks, you found out that tricks was for kids, not for rabbits. You had nothing of substance to give the people. 49 minutes into your rambling diatribe, even the camera operator fell asleep. Nobody had a clue what you were there to do. There was no end game, no focus, no plan. It was a stunt. It was you masquerading as Barack Obama. And I want to tell you something. I know Barack Obama. And you, friend, ain't no Barack Obama. You can't pass for him. Stop trying to play this black card. It's done. The race card over. Trinidadians see past that shit now. We're not racist. We're not a racist country. And all your other racist politics. Vote for we because we black. Vote for we because we Indian. Any, mini, miny, more bullshit over. One people under one flag. Come straight. Come straight to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. They want to know what is your plan for the crime. You have none. You do not understand. You do not care. You do not have a heart for people. All this blackness you're talking. Black people suffering. Where you? Where you? And you want to shit kick people. Your boots are shit kickers. And you want to kick up the next MP. And then you want to come in the parlor, in front of the camera and pretend that you have decency and brought up see. Hey, you could put lipstick and a dress on a pig. All you end up with is a well-dressed pig. Kid Rowley, we see you. We see you clear. Clear as a bell. And if you really keep Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley, if you really want to give this country hope, keep Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley, the first black Syrian. If you really want a new day to dawn in this country, fire your blasted self. And hey, take that clunker with you. Take al-Baghdadi and Shorty Boy and the Dwen. Take all of them with you. Take Stoops Man and Romper Man and Roma Girl. Take them and go. In 2.5 years, your entire cabinet, your entire government has been reduced to a blasted joke. You want to come on the People television and tell them about hope and a better day is coming. The only hope for this country is an election that votes the PNM and the UNC into oblivion. The only better day for this country is to wake up under an administration that has a heart for people, that know how to deal with flooding and poverty and violence and crime and the cost of living and home ownership and education and healthcare. Your jackass brigade has given the nation instead toss a black man out of the hospital and let him dead like a dog on the grass. Your administration has given this country a minister of education that told the people, forget about the children fighting one another, that's normal. Think about my word. That is the nastiness of your government. That is the nastiness, the failure rate of your cabinet. It's sad. You've picked these people. You pick them. And al-Baghdadi whitening his teeth and dying here and standing by. Because he open the job blind. He and Kamala, they're on the same mission. Give me a blind. Let me try this leadership thing again. And I have to tell you this. You have ruined this country. You've ruined the PNM. Eric Williams must be cussing you wherever he is. Who is this jackass? Why is he appearing? Wherever Eric is, he had to be cussing you. He had to be saying, this stunting circus clown cannot be the net result of my legacy. This foolish, brother, I really, listen, I want to find a redeeming quality for you. But I used to tell people, Keith Rowley was Patrick Manning, a tack dog. Patrick Manning brought you into politics to bite up Ramesh Lawrence Maharaj. And that was your job. To bite up Ramesh Lawrence Maharaj and Basdeo Pandey. Your job was Keith Rowley, sick him, get him, Rottweiler. But you can't put the Rottweiler in charge of the house. You can't let the dog run the business. And that is the truth. Hope in this country will dawn when minimum wage earners could buy a home and raise their family. Hope will dawn in this country when the minimum wage is a living wage. Hope will dawn in this country when the education system is prestige schools for all, not one child left behind. Hope will dawn in this country when healthcare understands the word care in healthcare and treats people with dignity and respect. A better day will dawn in this country when little children are free to be little children and run and play in safety. A better day will dawn in this country when the elders could go to their final rest in peace. That is not this. The cost of living in this country is obscene. It is insane. You have 1%ers bribing government to prevent us growing food so that they could import and sell it to people for 3, 4, 5 times to keep our people enslaved. 750,000 people in this country are hovering at the poverty line. Heirs to the wealthiest nation in the Caribbean, Latin and South America, inheritors of the 3rd wealthiest nation in the Western world, hovering around pure poverty, living lives of desperation and squalor. And you talking about hope and a better day? Brother, you lucky you living in modern, decent times. You lucky that the people of Trinidad and Tobago are good and decent, law-abiding people. In any other country, the Arab Spring, the one, listen now, your partner call it out already. They ain't riot yet. And you know why he say that? Because Trinidadian people are known. They are known for patience and tolerance. But you're fired, Keith Rowley. You're fired. You've wasted every opportunity. Edmund Dillon and his 2 sidekicks, you've made an ass of them. And now Edmund Dillon has done an interview where he says he has not failed. Edmund Dillon, you succeeded at failure. The country has never been as insecure and as mad and wild as it is now. You are a complete and utter failure. And it's just that you are the least among equals. So nobody cares to even point to you. The entire cabinet is a clunker. The entire thing is a failure. We need a government that understands that the people of this country need to be treated with dignity and respect. The dignity and respect they deserve as heirs to the wealthiest nation in the Caribbean, Latin and South America. The respect and the dignity they deserve as inheritors to the 3rd wealthiest nation in the Western world. We've made fools of our people. We've allowed politics to let governments and unethical professionals and disgusting, corrupt, sleazy businessmen to rob, rape, plunder, and pillage this nation. And it is time all of that come to an end. On the 20th of January, we are calling the people of this country to order. We are calling the people of Trinidad and Tobago, every creed and race, one people under one flag. We are calling them to Lange Park, Chaguanas. We are calling them to the center of the nation. We are declaring our election intent. We are beginning our mobilization effort. We are going to see past and push past your distraction, your deflection, and your misdirection. The time for all noise, bullshit, and nonsense is over. We are calling the people of this country to order with one mission: to fire the government government to put a proper government in place and give the people of this country the kind of governance that they deserve. Not this nonsense masquerading, not this foolishness masquerading as government. On the 20th of January, we are asking you to pack up your car, pack up your van, pack up your Buffalo card, come to Lange Park in Chaguanas. The conversation, the journey to a better day starts that day. We are asking you to come out in your numbers. Send a message to every corner of the great nation of Trinidad and Tobago that the patriots have awoken from slumber and we are here. We are going to make the difference. It is overdue. It is beyond you. It is time that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, got the respect that we deserve. And that time starts now, 20th of January, 2018, from 3 p.m. We are going to be in Lange Park, Chaguanas, a lineup of speakers that will send a political earthquake through this country. We have entertainment, we have food, we have everything you need, and it's free. Come and be a part of the start of the orange tsunami that's going to wash this country clean. Come and join the orange family. Enlist in the orange army. It is time for change in this country, and that change starts now. Fail beyond a doubt. When you're voting, vote them out. To be only full of mouth. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. Change must come about, just as how you vote them in. Send a message. Send a message. Send a message. It must be loud. It must be clear. Terminate their reign. The Parliament of the Great Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is the People's House. The Parliament of the Great Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is the People's House. The Parliament of the Great Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is the People's House. And it is time that the People's House serve the people. The Parliament of the Great Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is the House of Representatives. The Parliament of the Great Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is the House of Representatives. The Parliament of the Great Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is the House of Representatives. It is time the Parliament represented the people of this country. A member of Parliament has gone missing since September the 6th. Keith Rowley, where your MP gone? You could account for that. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to get ourselves to a place where we have enough self-respect to understand, enough personal awareness to be clear in our minds, enough situational knowledge to know that this is totally unacceptable. We cannot continue to accept being divided by race and advantaged by fools. You and we must come together and make this a we thing. It is no longer acceptable to have little stunt artists distract the people using a compliant, complicit and corrupt media to fool you, to sell you dreams and nonsense, to hold up balls and bubbles and whistles and bells and make noise, all noise and bacchanal, distract you, fool you, take advantage of you, pick your pockets. That's what they've done. That's what they've done. 2.5 years of P&M noise. Nothing of substance. Nothing of value. Not a plan to diversify the economy. We ain't growing a tree. We ain't growing a fruit. We ain't growing a vegetable. They've made a mess and a mockery of governance in this country. And it is time the people of Trinidad and Tobago stood up for themselves. David Archibald just wrote, it is unnatural for parents to be burying children at the rate that is happening in TNT. That is a crime against the people. David Archibald, go to the head of the class. That is a crime against the people. That is something that we have to face. Blood is flowing in like water in this country. We cannot continue to treat it like if it is nothing. It is something. These are people dying. You're voting them in. And it's only tears as soon as they win. To enslave your soul and give in potholes. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. That them alone can float. East, west, north, and south. It is simple. Somebody told me the best way to break up with somebody, the best way to fire somebody. I'm giving you all this line, right? This is the line, and you're going to use it. The next time you want to break up with somebody, the next time you want to fire somebody, you could use this line, and it's this. I don't know how I'm going to get along without you, but starting tomorrow, I'm going to try. Let's put our country together again. This is the country that owns bitters. They have so many things that this country has. This dot, this speck, this We own bitters, Angostura bitters. Angostura bitters is a world product. It's up there with other world brands. I said this morning on television, LLB, lemon, lime and bitters, is the most refreshing soft drink I have ever had in my life. That product alone could put all of our people to work. If you go to Atlanta, Georgia and see what Coca-Cola means to Atlanta, Georgia, if you go to Louisiana and see what Tabasco means to Louisiana, go to Tennessee and see what Jack Daniels means to them. We have bitters. Forget the rest of the crap. Angostura and Fernandez is a farce. We don't grow sugarcane, so we don't make rum. We import other people's rum and blend it here and pass it off as Trinidad rum. There have been no Trinidad rum for a while now. But Angostura bitters is ours. And lemon, lime and bitters could take on Coca-Cola in the world. And we supposed to be able to maximize that. And the Trinidad and Tobago people, we own Angostura. And if you sell everything else out from Clico, keep Angostura and make Angostura a national product and make lemon, lime and bitters one of our signature products and sell that to the world. Imagine going into a supermarket anywhere on planet Earth and bouncing up lemon, lime and bitters. The same way as bouncing up Coca-Cola. Because Coca-Cola was created as cocaine cola and was sold as medicine. They outlawed cocaine and then they make a blend of caffeine and sugar and caramel to fool you. But at the time PepsiCo was Pepsin, all of those things was dispensed by pharmacists because it was a type of medicine, Pepsin and cocaine and all that kind of drama. And when all those things get outlawed, they had to resort to caramel and caffeine and coloring and sugar and citric acid. That's what those soft drinks are. But lemon, lime and bitters is different. Lemon, lime and bitters actually has bitters, and bitters is soothing, and it can actually cure upset stomach. And I'm telling you, because I had upset stomach this week and I live on lemon, lime and bitters. And I want to tell you something. We could sell lemon, lime and bitters to the world. That could be our mission. Imagine Trinidad Moruga pepper sauce. Mission to the world. Imagine Trinidad honey. Mission. They say it is the best honey in the world. Do you believe that? I didn't even know that. Trinidad honey is the best honey in the world. We ain't touched cocoa yet. We ain't even touched cocoa yet. I mean, cocoa is the original boom of Trinidad and Tobago. And we just so disrespectful. We're so disrespectful. Mother Nature herself created. Trinidad, we are the only people that have this special variation of cocoa, and it is regarded as the best in the world. Just imagine a nation that understood food production and food processing and took on the giants. You could imagine Trinidad and Tobago taking on Coca-Cola and PepsiCo worldwide with lemon, lime, and bitters, LLB. LLB could be a massive international product that could put the whole country to work. Just that. Just that. I gave them a plan in Chagaramas with a marine university to build ships, boats, and pleasure craft. We could be hosting the largest yachting facility in the world. We could host 50,000 yachts in Trinidad and Tobago. Each yacht spending about $10,000 a year here. Like $5 billion just from Chagaramas. Tobago could give you our next $5 billion. We could do shipping turnaround in Point Lisa, our next $2-3 billion. But food production, I mean, we gone clear. We gone clear. And everybody employed, and everybody gainfully employed, and people could own their home, and they could afford food, and they have good education, and good health care, and they're safe and they're secure because everybody have a good chance at life. They have hope and they have opportunity, so nobody don't want to commit crime, except the white-collar criminals, and we'll rest the hurt on them properly. The reality of our situation is our country has been deliberately mismanaged to enslave and impoverish our people. And we have to undo and redo that. A proper housing policy that makes it possible for the average person to own a home. Imagine that, how that will change this country. Imagine waking up in a country where the government understands its role. I told them on television this morning, the Federal Reserve in the United States tells the banks what the rates are. The banks don't set it themselves. What the hell is our central bank for? Our central bank couldn't save us from CLICO. They don't supervise the economy. They don't stop the money laundering that's going on. They don't regulate the banks. What the hell is the central bank for? The central bank does one thing. Change US into TT. That's it. And even that we can't get. What the hell we have a central bank for? If it's non-functional, dysfunctional, malfunctional, and do nothing for nobody. The central bank, the entire central bank should have been jailed for CLICO. That cost us $25 billion. I am hearing Sagicor is teetering and tottering. I don't know. But we heard that CLICO was technically insolvent in 2002. And bribe after bribe, the prime ministers and governments kept them from investigating it. Plenty people who in government and opposition today sat on CLICO boards and sanitized and signed off fiction published by PricewaterhouseCoopers. All of that went on in this country. Normal. National Insurance Board took $37 million of people healthcare contributions and finance a discotheque around the Savannah. And the media, when we raised that in the public space, all the media chose to publish was the discotheque's version of events. Still, to this day, National Insurance Board cannot explain how they could have taken up 37 and then they lend them a further $4 million to renovate their asset. How they could have taken $41 million of poor people healthcare contribution to finance a high-class discotheque around the Savannah. And this is the madness that is allowed to happen in this country under the PNM and the UNC. We have business people in this country that can't count for the money that they have, opening businesses by the week, massive multi-million-dollar business, importing stocks with no outflow of US, you know. So that US outside there on its own, could it be that those goods don't need money to pay for them? That some other system, some other alternative economy paying for them? This is happening while we speak. And the drug trade flourishing, financing and fueling a gang culture that is resulting in poor children who can't get jobs, who can't get education, resulting to lives of crime, killing one another and dying like fools. All of this going on. All of this going on right before our eyes, in front of our noses. And when you talk to people in politics, you have to accept they're jaded. And I would be if there wasn't an alternative, if there wasn't an option, who the hell would want to vote for those two stunting circuses that have done nothing for this country? If Kamala Prasad Bissessa want to be taken seriously, ask her to explain to the people the dysfunctional police service she met, the rogue police that she met, she left there. The Progressive Empowerment Party tells you that in 3 months, we will clean up the police service. We will be inviting the New York City Police Department Internal Affairs Division to clean up our police service. We'll be inviting the FBI and Scotland Yard. We want to find all of the criminals. We want all the sacred cows and the paper tigers and the tiny emperors. We want all of them. We want to bring forensic investigators that could find the people's money and all the criminals that have stolen it. We want to expose every high public office holder and prosecute their ass. We want to take every businessman who has misused his opportunity and his closeness to government to enrich himself illegally at the people's expense. We want to go and take his house and his car and his children vacation and auction it. It is time to stand up against all of that bullshit that has ruined the most blessed nation in the world. You could imagine they have no other country, nowhere else on planet Earth that have our pitch lake and our, we call it the nylon pool. We have so many wonders of the world on this dot, on this speck. It's like this was Eden. God gave us Eden and we made a mockery and a mess of it. Look at it. Look around. We have the best of the world in everything. If we took care of this land would take care of us. The bounty overflows. Fresh water, fresh fruit. I mean, animals galore. Look at it. We've made a mess of it. It's like we set out to destroy Eden. The good news is that it is not yet destroyed. That we can turn it around. That we can fix it. That the policies of undo and redo will reboot the republic. I want to tell you, no matter what foolishness they come to poison in your ear with, tell them, miss me with your bullshit. Tell me why you didn't fix it. Tell me why the party you supported watch us 25, 30, 40, 50 years later and did nothing to fix the judiciary. We have a justice system that cannot deal with the criminals in the system now for the next 30 to 40 years. There are 1,250 people on remand for murder. Our system can handle more than 30 to 40 cases a year. That means there are people who are going to be in jail for 30 to 40 years, whether they're guilty or innocent. We have nothing that we could stand up for in this country and say with pride, that works. Nothing. Nothing. Everything is obscene. Everything is broken. Everything is corrupt. Look at it. We've taken Eden and corrupted and diseased it. We've broken Trinidad and Tobago. But the good news is we could fix it from the top down and from the bottom up. And like a rising tide that lifts all boats, we plan to start at the very bottom. We plan to make sure not one citizen is left behind. The Progressive Empowerment Party, under a Progressive Empowerment Party government, homelessness will be a thing of the past. Zero deposit, zero interest for 30 years. Our flooding policy starts at a tax on the plastic bottles imported and manufactured that would make even the indigent and the unemployable wealthy. That they could pick this nation clean. Every bottle that you throw away in a drain is a treasure to them. Somebody else make money. And the business people who are responsible should be responsible for cleaning up after themselves. In a real nation, Trinidad has not been allowed to be a real nation. We've been fooled and taken advantage of. We have Sabga News Network and Massy Media telling us what to think. Thank God for social media. Thank God for the opportunity that we could reach you tonight. Thank God for the opportunity to inform, educate, and empower the people with progressive plans, programs, policies, and ideas designed to fix this nation. When you come on the 20th of January, there is a lineup of speakers talking to you specifically. You will have somebody speak to you about healthcare, how it fixes, what it would look like, education, food production, national security, home ownership. You will leave there with an understanding of how the nation is supposed to work, and you will for the first time in our living memory have real hope that a better day could dawn. Together again. You, me, all are we. 100%. One people under one flag. Let us erase the racism. Let us undo and redo this country so that we leave nobody behind. Let us make sure that everybody has a chance at hope and opportunity. So nobody want to commit crime and break in nobody's house. So we could throw away all our raw iron and close down all them security company and all them justice on time bullshit contracts. We could fix this place. Come and join with us the 20th of January. Then your only hope is for them to go. When you're voting, vote them out. When you're voting, vote them out. Somebody said today, we winning at the murder game. 22 for 8. Jesus Christ, what a score. 8 days into the new year, 22 people dead. And Catman come to tell you, have hope. The only hope we could have, keep Christopher Mugabe, Sam Garauli, is that you fire yourself. I will end this how I began. The purpose of our movement is to rescue Trinidad and Tobago for the malfunctional, dysfunctional, non-functional, corrupt racism that has masqueraded as governance for all of these years. I hope that all of you listening not only share this video, but talk to each other, one to the other, and say, listen, we have to take responsibility for this. We have to stand for each other. We have to stand in each other's defense. This is a nation where kidnappers block a road to kidnap a man. They don't care anymore. We have to make them care. This country could fix. Law enforcement could work. We could make it happen. Come and join us on the 20th of January. If you're fed up of traffic, come and join us on the 20th of January. If you're fed up of crime, come and join us. Lanch Park should go on us on the 20th of January. If you're fed up of the money in your pocket having no value, come and join us 20th of January at 3 p.m. Lanch Park should go on us. We are going to begin the change, the first anniversary public rally, the Progressive Empowerment Party. We are going to write our names into history. All of us, we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, standing in defense of our country, rescuing our nation, one people under one flag. I am imploring you, I am inviting you, I am encouraging you. Talk to everybody you know. Tell them that there is an opportunity for change. You don't do the evangelizing. Bring them to the meeting. Let them come and hear. And there will be an open mic. There will be an open mic so everybody can ask a question. Let them come and make themselves part of the change. Let them immerse themselves in the opportunity to understand how we're going to save this great nation. Yes? So, we're going to be doing live videos every night this week and next week in the build-up to the 20th of January. So I'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.